Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus with you again today. And yesterday's message was pretty heavy, so today I want to have a lighter message on hope and removing guilt and shame. When you come into this world, you realize before you even step into time, space, and form that you're going to be coming in to a system where you take on the DNA and traits of your ancestors. It is well known. For many generations, these traits are passed down in the DNA. Okay, so if your great granddaddy had an anger issue and your daddy has an anger issue, that's going to be in your DNA. So as you're born as a baby, it doesn't make you an awful person that you have that in you. It was passed down to you. Okay, now you may have been taught that by even being born into this world, you are a sinner. Okay, that's true, there is air in you, but where it gets messed up is when they tell you that you deserve to go to hell for eternity because you were born into a form that has air hardwired into it. Let me tell you something. Before you stepped in to this time, space, and form, into this body, you knew that there was going to be air hardwired into it. You also knew, looking at it with infinite intelligence, that you can overcome that air with truth, and you knew you would. Okay, so you can overcome anger by looking at it in your grandfather, in your father, and saying, I don't like that. I think there's a better way to do that. I know instinctively inside there's a better way to do that. Okay, and I'm going to choose to do the right thing, the good thing. That's choosing the good spirit over the evil spirit. Now, when you have kids, you will not pass on that DNA. You will not pass on that anger, not only just by your own example, but by your very energy inside of you. You will create a new energy. That's why we are here, to raise the consciousness of mankind, to change the energy. Okay, so then did we need a savior? Did Jesus need to come at all? Yes, he did. And I'm going to try to explain this as simply as I can. Okay, think back when you were dating. When you are a young man or woman, there's a line you don't want to cross because it's sin. You don't want to have sex with your boyfriend or girlfriend. But you soon find out once you pass that line, now it is easy to pass that line. Matter of fact, you get right to it. It's the same with any air. Okay, people found out inside, they felt as far back as history goes, it's wrong to go in and kill someone and take their stuff. But what happened is different villages and nations found out, oh, if I go in, wipe out the men, I get the women, the cattle, the riches, and pretty soon they cross that line, and now it's easier to cross that line, and they start doing it all the time. Pretty soon, the highest idea of God, Asha, the way it's supposed to run, people push away and they start rewiring their DNA. They start having different examples from their grandfathers and fathers of how to live. And now they're living in sin and air, and that vibration, that higher dimension of living in God and good is disappearing. Jesus had to come to save us by living a perfect life and conquering death. That was his whole mission. It wasn't that there's an angry God that's going to kill someone, so to be nice, he'll just kill his son and you can live however you want. That's almost the idea of the village that throws the virgin into the volcano to appease the angry God. Very silly. It doesn't work that way. What Jesus did was he brought back love instead of hate, peace and joy. As we talked about before, when James and John said, shall we call down fire from heaven like Elias did? He said, you do not know what spirit you are of. When they wanted to stone the woman caught in adultery, he did not let that happen. He was bringing back the love, the God idea, Asha, the highest truth. You must forgive yourself for things that were passed down to you in your very DNA. You had no choice until you learn from it, until you see it and experience, and then you make a choice. Now here's where it gets a little muddy. We've all done this. You learn right from wrong. You know which choice you should make, but we make the wrong choice, and then we feel guilt and shame over it. Okay? You do not have to live with that burden. You must forgive yourself just like you forgive others. We're told to love our neighbor as ourself. It's important to remember, love ourself. We must love God, love our neighbor, love ourselves, and be as patient with ourselves as we are with others. Okay? If we can look at someone else and they're not treating us right, and we say, well, they must be having a bad day. They must have had a hard life. They must have been deceived or wrong taught in some areas. We must be able to do that for ourselves. We were taught wrong. We are hardwired some wrong things in us. We must forgive ourselves, and we must give ourselves time to grow and learn in it. Sometimes you have to touch that hot stove many times, but you will learn. As I said before you came to time space to raise this frequency and to raise the evolution of mankind, you knew you would overcome the sin and the error, and we will be victorious in Jesus. You must accept Jesus into you. What that means is accepting his life into you, being one with the Father, becoming one with love, with peace, with joy, with kindness. Love God, love your neighbor, love yourself. I love you, I love you, I love you. Please do me a huge favor. My little book, Asha, my orange book that I love so much, you must have this. Let me show you something. This is all my Zoroastrian text, and I've taken all those texts and writings and I put it in 16 statements and teachings that capture the heart of all of that. And I want to read something from the 9th statement and teaching that goes along with our teaching today. I am awakened to who I am. I have shed the illusion of the lower animal. I have let go all air. I refuse to hold the vibrations, feelings, or emotions of the lie. I live only in the vibration of truth. Asha, God's highest idea of good. My eyes will not see nor ears hear the lie and illusion. I turn away if I sense bad energy. I turn away and remove myself if others choose bad energy. No one can force bad energy on me, for I am light, and in light there is no darkness. This opinion or thought I hold is the key to the kingdom, and this wisdom rules both worlds. My wonderful friends, Asha, Truth, get this book, get extra ones to give away and to teach others these highest principles of truth. And do me a favor too, as you go on to Amazon, leave a comment, leave a review so that other people can see what this message has done for you and they can follow. All right, you guys, I love you so much. We'll see you next time.